Good morning. Just checked out of the Sunset Inn in Wamsutter. Yesterday was a really tough day on the bike. Funny, I started off with a tailwind. It was quite nice, and then the wind shifted direction, and it was really tough headwind. So wasn't the mileage I was hoping for. 120 kilometers, I think 75 miles. I think it works out good. But anyways, trying to get on the road early today and try to get down to around Russ Mountain Lodge, see what's happening there. And anyways, keep going. So this time last year, this section is where I had a encounter with a rattlesnake. Nothing happened, but it scared the hell out of me. It was a reminder that you have to stay alert. And if you remember my statement last year that if you think it's a stick on the road, there are no trees in the desert, so it's not a stick. It's most likely a rattlesnake or some sort of snake. Anyways, yeah, got a big day ahead, so gotta get cracking on. All right, time to go get some breakfast. All right, just leaving Love's truck stop in Wamsutter, Wyoming, and just have to top up a little breakfast there before taking off. Anyways, here we go. Well, just getting south of Wamsutter, and it looks like today is going to be a continuation of yesterday. Already have a pretty stiff headwind, so as they say, Dutch mountains. Hello again. A few videos ago somebody commented, they're in the UK, and commenting that their gravel roads, they only go 1 or 2 kilometers before there's a stop sign. So I left Wamsutter, and my first stop signs on this Wamsutter road came at 27 miles or 45 kilometers. So that's a big difference from what they're used to. But the other side of the coin is it was a pretty boring stretch of gravel road, and you better like sage and looking at oil refinery equipment, because that's what you're going to see for 45 kilometers. Anyways, on to the next part of the journey. So I'm about 65 kilometers south of Wamsutter, Wyoming, and you can start to see that although it's sage, it's getting greener as we get closer to Colorado, which is a positive thing. And hopefully the temperature will be a little more moderate when we get into Colorado, but we'll see. And needing to remember to look back. So when you're south of Wamsutter, there's a couple spots marked on the map where you might be able to get water, but so I've done this 2 years back to back, and the places that are marked, between Wamsutter and Colorado have been a bust. They've been dry each time, so I'm carrying enough water to get me to Colorado, I hope, and you should plan for the same if you're ever doing this. It's probably going to be a lot of wind noise because I'm up on this kind of high plateau. Last year, when I did the Thru-Divide, we didn't make it to Brush Mountain Lodge. Between Wamsutter and Brush Mountain Lodge, we did some wild camping. So around 81 kilometers from Wamsutter, or 50 miles, just over 50 miles, there's some private land. Once you pass through the private land, you're back on public land. And we camped out here. We just set up and did some wild camping here, and it was a great spot, nice and quiet. Winds were calm, temperature was great. The only thing that was notable was there's cows over here, and in the night they kind of bellowed all night long because I think they suspected that something was up there, somebody up here, and they didn't feel comfortable with it because they never shut up all night long. But regardless, it was a good spot to camp if you have to wild camp and your legs are tired trying to get to Brush Mountain. It's a good spot to wild camp. Oh, see those far off mountains? That'd be Colorado. Almost there. Once again, remember to look at where you've been. So I just did a little stop at the Savery Museum. They have snacks and stuff for riders, so if you're coming this way, make sure you stop in. It's a cute little place. I never cease to be amazed. So I'm in the Savery Museum getting some snacks and stuff, and a woman reads the guest book and sees my name and I'm from Toronto, and it turns out she's from Hamilton, and she was here for a family reunion. Her grandfather homesteaded here in Savery. So anyways, turns out, yeah, their next door neighbors almost being Toronto and Hamilton, so small world. Leaving Wyoming. That means we're now in Colorado. It's amazing how quickly the terrain has changed leaving Wyoming, leaving the Colorado Basin, and now actually being in Colorado. It's green and there's mountains and it's pretty. Can't wait to get further into it. So, if you look in the background, it looks nice and sunny, but there's one tiny, teeny little cloud above my head that has decided that it's going to rain on me. So, I'll just let it blow over. Well, end of day. Rode from Wamsutter to Brush Mountain Lodge. That's where I am now. Brush Mountain has a policy basically of no video cameras around the guests, so for privacy, so I'll respect that. But I just want to talk about today. It was remarkably hard. It wasn't terribly hot. It was hot, but not terribly hot. But had head crosswind for most of the day, and I got behind on my food and kind of chased it all day, trying to get enough energy going to make the ride work. But it plays mind games, and I gotta tell you, the basin I've done it twice now. I think that's it. There's no need of anybody doing the basin more than twice. It is monotonous. It is the same thing over and over and over again for hours. You know, just gravel and sage. I didn't see a single rider today on the ride. From the time I left Wamsutter until I got to Brush Mountain Lodge, there wasn't another rider out there going northbound or southbound. So it was a really strange day and kind of played with my head a little bit. But yeah, that's what happens. And you know, you start to doubt yourself. You start to second guess things. But I have this kind of rule that I don't make big decisions about the next day or the ride until the next morning. I don't make those decisions before going to bed, because you never know, when you wake up in the morning, you might feel better, or it might be a new day, and press on. But my goal tomorrow first thing is just to get the steamboat tomorrow and do a restock. I don't think I need to do any work on my bike. And then after steamboat, that day, there's a campground not too far outside of steamboat. So if I'm tired, I'll just go there. And if I'm feeling good, then I will probably push on towards Radium campground, or maybe do some wild camping out towards Radium. And just because I need to start getting miles behind me. I want to get the part that I've already done over with and get onto the new section that I haven't done before. So anyways, that's my update for today. Take care.